It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Guys, it is a wild scene here down on the field. The home coach has told me pregame one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns offense will get the football first. This Red River rivalry has such a history of great finishes, and the Longhorns pulled that one out last year, David.
Yeah, they found a way to get it done, and listen, this rivalry means so much. You think OU, Jesse, has heard a little bit about this over the last year?
Of course they have, David. I think both these teams, because of how last year's game ended, they knew this one was going to be a dogfight. They were prepared to come in here and play 60 minutes plus to try to get the W.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Might as well stick with him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to take a shot. Upstairs, he's got it. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24. Motion from the wideout. Trying to move them on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Creates got a little grass. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Smothers. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, Manning. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. It's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So Oklahoma's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes the maestro of this offense. What a rough game he had in that loss last time out, throwing 3 interceptions. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's Bentley. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. Quarterback keep. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Here's a heat. Finds the tight end. There he goes. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. That ball's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. The Sooners line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's got it again. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. 3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Tries to get it on the ground. Here's a little room there. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Manning. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Delayed handoff. It's Smothers. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Right back to the well. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the 1st down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Arch to throw. Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. And that won't quite be enough for the 1st down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Smothers. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Just steamrolling the defense. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
And he's in! Touchdown, Texas! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
To the air, it's Bentley. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. There's some room. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Sooners have pushed it inside the 20. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. This time he wants to throw. They're working that left side. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tripped up for the tackle. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. Makes the grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a 1-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Manning with a play fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it right on the field. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's Manning to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now going long. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On the move, it's Avent. Maybe a crease. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Arch is going to throw for it. Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They go play action with Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the Baylor Bears. And it's the Cougars chasing a 6th straight victory today. This team is a snowball rolling downhill, just adding momentum with every new week. Now over to your game inside the Cotton Bowl. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these? That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with Coach Heupel at the half. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Okay, Holly. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and a mile and a half. Looking downfield, it's Bentley. Got him downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years, but a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy's no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got an open man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense.
Caught, and he's got room. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. In the red area, it's Avant. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That one will give them the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Manning. On the left side, here's Coleman. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Unloads to the right. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be...
Going downfield for the big play. Goes high to pull it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And it's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on third. Makes the grab. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He makes the grab. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The run inside. It's Hawkins. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Sooners have a lot of options on second and inches.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The Sooners are facing third and inches. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll run it. It's Hawkins. Makes one man miss. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. They'll try to run it in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Great job by this defense rising up, forcing a fourth down, and remember, a field goal does tie the game. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the fourth.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Texas offense. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Completes it in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a 1st down.
7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running inside. It's Simon. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running to Green. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Trying to run, it smothers. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The quarterback sneak. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Push forward on the sneak. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Yeah, and this offense knows what it's like. This is the 2-minute drill. We got to keep the pedal to the floor. Nice job getting the first down.
It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Clock is stopped long enough to move the chains, but they've got to get lined up and spike it, David.
Yes, spike it really quickly. Then you get organized when the clock's not running. Get these next few plays that are going to be critical to determining the outcome of the game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Dropping back, it's Bentley. Under fire. And the pass is caught for a touchdown, and it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Arch Madness. Looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good. Like, putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Manning on play action. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Play action, here's Manning. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Longhorns! They strike first in overtime.
Man, you talk about striking first and creating some momentum in overtime. The first play, you take it to the house and you flip the whole game and put all the pressure on the other sideline. Palmer, that's how you start an OT.
Yeah, and David, that's just 11 guys on offense locked in. First play, score a touchdown, put all the pressure on your opponent. They understand what it's going to take to win this football.
Looking to throw, it's Bentley. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The throw. He caught it! Touchdown, Sooner! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
We play on first down here in the second overtime period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Avant. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Sooners have taken it inside the 20. Pulls it on the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll move the tight end. They'll go right back to it. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Needed to stay alive, and it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. The run inside. It's Simon. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run.
Snags it and he's open. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime. This dude is lighting it up for some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for. But most importantly, David, Texas gets bragging rights for another whole year.
A whole year of bragging. And a whole year of telling OU fans, you're not as good as us. You can throw up the hook'em horns. You can do it with pride. A lot on the line every year in the Red River rivalry.
It may not be a crown, but it's a hat, and it is golden. In this latest edition of the Red River rivalry, it goes to Texas. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Until next time, that'll do it for this edition of EA Sports College Football. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.